The AI Bible, Beginner's Guide is a wide-ranging and engaging introduction to artificial intelligence, designed to make a complex topic approachable for curious minds from all walks of life. The book balances clarity and depth, helping readers understand not just what AI is, but how it works, how it's used, and why it matters. Rather than overwhelm the reader with technical jargon, it builds a narrative foundation, offering insights into the past, present, and speculative future of AI, while demystifying its impact on daily life. The book opens with a brief history of artificial intelligence, tracing the journey from ancient myths of mechanical beings to the formal birth of AI as an academic discipline in the mid-20th century. It describes the early optimism and setbacks in AI development, from symbolic logic and rule-based systems to the long AI winters that followed over promises. The narrative then moves into the resurgence powered by machine learning, big data, and increased computing power, marking the transition to today's AI-driven era. Core concepts are explained with simplicity and metaphor. Neural networks are likened to simplified digital brains, while machine learning is described as pattern recognition at scale. The book defines key terms like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning, and natural language processing in ways that invite curiosity rather than confusion. Each chapter builds understanding by connecting these abstract ideas to real-world applications, such as recommendation engines, voice assistants, and self-driving cars. What makes the AI Bible especially approachable is its use of storytelling to frame technical content. Rather than presenting algorithms as sterile math, it introduces them through relatable narratives, like how a music app learns your taste, or how an AI camera understands what's in a photo. These human-centered stories ground the technology in everyday experience, making it less intimidating and more intuitive for the reader. The book also introduces readers to some of the philosophical and ethical questions surrounding AI. It presents the tension between innovation and responsibility. Who's accountable when an AI makes a wrong decision? How can bias be removed from systems that learn from biased data? These questions are not presented with dogmatic answers, but as essential dilemmas that anyone engaging with AI should understand and reflect upon. In addition to exploring applications in consumer tech, the book ventures into AI's expanding role in business, medicine, education, law, and art. Each domain is presented with vivid examples, from AI diagnosing diseases earlier than doctors, to generative models creating music, paintings, and even scripts. Readers are invited to consider not only how AI improves efficiency and creativity but also how it challenges long-standing professional norms and redefines expertise. The guide does not shy away from the risks. It introduces readers to concepts like algorithmic bias, surveillance capitalism, deepfakes, and automation's impact on employment. These concerns are woven into the broader narrative, offering both a warning and a framework for responsible development. The tone remains balanced throughout, neither alarmist nor utopian, but realistic about the stakes of integrating AI into human systems. One of the book's strengths is its accessibility to readers with no coding background. While it mentions programming languages like Python and tools like TensorFlow or GPT, it keeps the focus on concepts rather than syntax. For those curious about hands-on exploration, it suggests entry points, like experimenting with AI-powered apps or online platforms, without overwhelming the reader with technical barriers. The middle chapters shift toward a more personal perspective, encouraging readers to reflect on how AI intersects with their own lives. It explores how personal data feeds AI systems, how predictive algorithms shape our choices, and how even casual interactions with digital assistants train machine learning models. These insights create a more conscious awareness of the AI-human feedback loop that defines much of modern digital life. In one of the most empowering sections, the book reframes the role of the reader not just as a passive user of AI, but as a potential creator, contributor, or thoughtful critic. It breaks down the myth that AI is only for scientists and engineers, arguing that artists, teachers, business owners, and activists all have a stake in how this technology evolves. It promotes digital literacy as an essential 21st century skill, on par with reading and writing. The book also delves into the global dimension of AI development. It explores the geopolitical race among nations for AI leadership, the data ethics debates in different cultural contexts, and the implications of deploying AI in countries with varying levels of digital infrastructure. It encourages readers to see AI as not just a local or personal technology, but a planetary one, with ripple effects across economies, governments, and societies. Looking toward the future, the author imagines several trajectories for AI: the growth of artificial general intelligence, the emergence of human-AI collaboration at scale, and the philosophical possibility of machine consciousness. While the book remains grounded in current technologies, it entertains big questions with intellectual humility. What would it mean if machines could think? Would we know if they did? These chapters don't provide definitive answers but offer thought experiments to stretch the reader's perspective. Throughout the narrative, the tone remains conversational, thoughtful, and often witty. The author anticipates common fears: robots taking over the world, machines replacing all jobs, and addresses them with nuance. Rather than dismissing these anxieties, the book places them in historical and technological context, showing how every major innovation has reshaped labor, culture, and human identity before eventually finding equilibrium. In its final chapters, the AI Bible makes a case for values-driven design. It argues that AI, though complex, is not neutral. It reflects the priorities, data, and assumptions of those who build it. As such, the book calls on readers, especially beginners, to engage not just as users or learners, but as stewards of ethical innovation. The future of AI, it says, depends not only on what it can do, but on what we collectively decide it should do. By the end, the book leaves the reader not only informed but equipped. Rather than offering a checklist of technical skills, it offers a worldview that AI is neither magic nor menace, but a human-made force capable of amplifying both our strengths and our flaws. The AI Bible is ultimately an invitation to learn more, to ask better questions, and to take part in one of the most important conversations of our time.